Patrick. Yeah, we start recording as we usually do. So, welcome everybody to the new year. You saw the agenda that I posted for this meeting. Let me just state for record. In attendance, we have me, Milan, Ofer, Prashant, Saurabh, and Yedong. So just before the holidays or Christmas holidays here in US, we sent a letter to steering committee, and I actually sent it to Prashant as a representative of the steering committee, and also CC'd all of you guys there. And the letter that we discussed. I'm going to share the screen. The letter that we discussed was captured in a last meeting minutes, and I put it in a meeting minutes, whole letter here. This is the letter that we talked to and sent to the steering committee. So our recommendation was that, working group as it stands, we are recommending that we pretty much end the working group, or the working group evolves into something that is larger than the edge. I did, reached out just a few days ago to Prashant to see what is the outcome, and he can provide us update here. But in short, actually, let Prashant talk since he's here. Do you mind, Prashant, talking about?
Sure, yeah. Thank you for sending the letter. I had discussed it with steering committee in our last meeting in December before everyone kind of took off. And so, yeah, we agreed that it makes sense to stop the Edge working group for now based on, the feedback in the email you sent. Working groups are meant to be short-term with like a specific scope. And it's totally fine if the conclusion is that that scope is not right, or there's not enough interest, or it's not the right time to do it, and that's a totally fair outcome of a working group. So we could always spin up another working group with a different scope, or an expanded scope, or a narrowed scope, or the same scope, when the time is right. So it's better to kind of quickly spin up and spin down these working groups when it makes sense, rather than kind of just keep going just for the sake of going.
Right.
Working groups are meant to be temporary. This completely falls within kind of the expected behaviors of a working group.
Cool. Thanks, Prashant. So, having we all heard that, and I would then, as a co-chair of the working group, I would officially kind of suggest that that we end Edge working group as it is, and if there's interest in the future, or no, as Prashant said, new working group can be spinned up, or for the same topic or the different topic. So I would like to put this up for vote. Most of the active participants are here, and I'm just confirming basically what we suggested in the letter. And so I would like that everybody that is present in this meeting really acknowledges the decision that we are ending the Edge working group.
I think that, as the other co-chair, and also, I think this is the conclusion, since we haven't made progress, and from my point of view, this is the most reasonable outcome. So I agree to this decision.
Saurabh?
I agree too.
Okay. Yedong?
I agree.
Okay. So we all know. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to use this opportunity also to thank everybody to dialing in and participating and in discussions, and moving this ahead and forward to the extent we were able to move it.
I'd like to add that, I want to definitely thank all of you for consistently attending this and participating and contributing to this working group. So two things. One, I think from a process perspective, this working group was like the best run working group. You had recordings of everything, meeting notes, everything. So I think this is a template that we want other working groups to follow as well. And then in terms of content, I think all the kind of artifacts you created and put into the working group repository will be useful, if in the future, because this topic won't go away. I think it'll come back at a different time, maybe in a different form. So the assets and artifacts that you created are going to be useful for that. So thanks again.
Sure, thanks. Yeah. Well, we try to keep everything, recorded and all that stuff, so that for the exact that reason, that we don't lose, for our own sake, that we don't forget. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, in a sense, I don't think we need to spend much more time in this. I mean, this is like, kind of aligned with the sort of end of year. So sort of it's symbolic in that way. But if no other kind of topics for discussion, I don't know if procedurally is there anything else required that we we formally close the Edge working group, or the meeting minutes from this are sufficient to conclude that? I mean, that's a question for Prasant.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. We'll you should just record that in the meeting notes, and then we'll also record in tomorrow's steering committee notes, and you can post a thing on the Gitter.
Okay.
So I think, what about the Gitter channel that we have?
Yeah. I was about to ask you about that.
So for the Gitter channels, what we've done with the other working groups that have ended or retired is the channel still stays there, but we just update the description to say that it's closed, that it's not an active thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do that. Okay.
Maybe we should, Miran, maybe we should put out a statement in Gitter, other than pointing to the meeting minutes and others, to put an explicit statement saying this working group is now retired. Or
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can post to other Gitter channels and ONNX in general. The message to that end. That's fine. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else?
No, thanks a lot for chairing all these discussions so far. Really appreciate it, Milan and Ofer.
Yeah, well, no problem. Okay, guys. Well, that's 15 minutes about that we were in there, and again, I would like to thank everybody for participation, and to that end, I will follow up with action items and meeting minutes, and officially retire the Edge working group.
Thank you.
Okay.
thanks everybody, and see you in the workshop.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.